Well, when you think about Mercer University, they certainly try to do more than just on-campus work. Educating its students, they sure pride themselves on impacting the local community. Who better to talk about that with than Mercer's president, Bill Underwood.
Yeah, thanks for having me on.
The Tubman Museum, boy, do they do a lot. Describe, if you can, their impact in Macon and Middle Georgia.
It's, if you think about it, it's been 155 years since President Abraham Lincoln issued the Emancipation Proclamation. It's been 64 years since the United States Supreme Court issued the Brown versus Board of Education decision. It's been 53 years since the Voting Rights Act of 1965 was enacted and became law. So lots of time has passed since those seminal events, but I think most people would agree that many of our most vexing challenges today revolve around issues of race. I think it's obvious when you look around. There they are. Vestiges of hundreds of years of discrimination and oppression, obstructing, our ability to achieve the beloved community. I think that our ability to achieve Dr. King's dream is going to require a better understanding of the history and the cultural heritage of people of African descent who make up, a third of our population here in Georgia. So I think the Tubman is going to be a place, and has been a place, that plays a critical role in, enhancing understanding of that history and culture. It's a place that members of our community can go to understand their own history. It's a place that they can go to understand the history of their neighbors. And it's just an incredible resource, not just to Macon and Middle Georgia, but I think it's an incredible national resource that can play an important role in us making progress on these issues of race.
What has been the museum's impact on Mercer, rather than its impact to the community, but its impact to Mercer?
Well, it's a great resource to our students and our faculty. It's, of course, closely tied to our Africana Studies program. It's closely tied to our Tift College of Education, which co-sponsors learning programs for kids, third graders, fourth graders, fifth graders. And it's closely tied to our Southern Studies program, because much of the history that's being told in the Tubman relates to the history of the South.
Mm-hmm. We talked a little bit about it earlier, but encouraging folks to actually go to the museum and visit. Why would you do that?
Well, for the reasons I've already said. I think it's a critical resource to solving current issues in our community. It's a treasure. It's something that certainly ought to be valued, but it's something that needs to be supported, and it needs to be something that's used, and the resources of the Tubman deployed throughout our community. And I'm glad to see them increasingly do that.
Mr. Underwood, appreciate the time.
Yeah.
Thank you.
All right.